Well, as I mentioned earlier, if you don't like the weather, wait a couple minutes. It probably will change. So here I am in iconic Hong Kong. Across the street is the notorious Chungking Manor. Anything you might possibly want to find in Hong Kong that you can't find in regular shops, that would be the place to go. It's an old apartment complex where the main floor is now just tons and tons of primarily Indian businesses. But the upper floors are all apartments that have been converted into mini hotels, quote unquote. I was going to stay there once with a buddy of mine, and it was just so nasty and horrible. Everything about it that there was no way I could do it. Literally the most horrible place I've ever considered staying in my life. I'd rather spend a lot more money and get a proper clean hotel room, but that's just me. But I tell you, it is interesting here. So it's about 5 o'clock now, so it's getting to be about rush hour. We're starting to see a lot more people on the streets. Well, what a place. What an amazing place. Let me flip the camera so I can show you a little bit more of what I'm seeing. Hey everyone, I just wanted to say thank you so much for helping my channel to grow. And if you want to become a supporter of Sir Ant over here in China, it's really easy to do. Simply remember to hit that subscribe button before you leave the video. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Thanks everyone. It really helps the YouTube algorithm to find my videos and share them with more people. Appreciate it. That's good old Chungking Mansion over there. Like I said, iconic. Iconic. Most foreigners in South China know this place, and many of them have stayed there. People that I would have never expected would stay in such a place, but it saves them a whole heap of money. But just look. If that's any indication of what the interior looks like, it's worse. Anyway, where I'm headed to is down this road. And it's a bit of a walk. It's about a 20-minute walk, but that's okay. There's a park on the way called Kowloon Park, I believe. I could take a train and get there much faster, but it's not about the speed. I've done everything I wanted to do. I stopped at Marks and Spencer's, and I got some Scotch eggs to try, because I've never tried those before. They look yummy. Got a little piece of Hong Kong chocolate. I may get yet another little Hong Kong snacky poo before I go and get onto my train, onto my bus, not a train. Yeah, it's such an amazing mixture of old and new here in Hong Kong. You got the glorious jewelry stores filled with gold, high-tech signboards, double-decker buses everywhere, and yet you still see the little guys that are cruising around, that their entire business model is a cart. So whatever you have that you need to get from point A to point B, you hire these guys up and they'll take it there for you. Got the very traditional bamboo scaffolding for the repairs or renovations. People lined up at the bus stop. It is rush hour, so it's not unsurprising that people would be lining up at bus stops to get home. See a little bit of everything here. You see people from every country on the planet in the restaurant. I was having a nice little conversation with an elderly gentleman from Switzerland who happens to own a home in Hong Kong, or sorry, in mainland China, in Bao'an, and a house in Switzerland. But he tends to like living in China more. And then, like me, when he wants to get out and have a day on the town, he comes out to Hong Kong. Giant billboards, electronic billboards, standard billboards. I'm going to keep walking this way. This is where the mosque is. I'm going to get a little footage in front of the mosque. Now, in this extreme heat of summer, I might actually cut through the subway stations and shopping centers when I'm going places, just to take as much advantage of the air conditioning as possible. But this is actually quite nice. Not bad out at all. The only reason I'm huffing and puffing so much is because I'm just terribly out of shape. Oh, look at this high-tech bicycle here. That's super cool. There we go. There's the big mosque. I would go in, but I don't think it would be appropriate considering that I am not Muslim. Um, so I respect the fact that the mosque is probably very beautiful inside. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I know that if I tried to walk into churches back home, I'd probably get stopped unless I had a reason to be there, unfortunately. But yeah, where I'm going right now is right here. This looks like one of the entrances to this park. So I'm going to walk up and take a look. Kind of interesting how they have it painted here. It's like an old bridge. The stairs are very wet still. But I guess there's less people going up and down these stairs as there are people walking on the roads. So there's just less friction in general. All right, look at these little pidgeys. Hello, pigeons. No feeding. You can come look at the pigeons, but don't give them any food. The reason being is if you feed them, they're not scared of me at all. It encourages them to come here and poop on everything. Isn't that right, little guys? Yeah. You just want to come here and poop on stuff. Sure. I don't blame you. But once again, a very Chinese feature, how they just have these areas here with shade so a person can come sit down and take in the sights. You've got the mosque, you've got the old style buildings, you've got the new style buildings and the skyscrapers. Look at that one there. Gold and brown glass. The Mira, Hong Kong. And then again, right across the street, they're obviously doing some renovations. And very traditional, the cloth faced, all solid bamboo scaffolding. Now, most of the construction sites over in mainland China now use steel scaffolding, but this is all 100% bamboo, and that's at least 20, 25 stories high. Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild?